Hey, where are the white women at?
My spirit's indestructible.
InfiniteXSeeker. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seeker here with another video. Sorry about that. So essentially, I'm pretty sure you guys have been hearing about the whole issue and controversy with Tekken 8 selling essentially what is Tekken 7 items, clothings, and etc. to Tekken 8, and also the whole situation where they're selling stages for X amount of money, and a lot of people are not very happy about that. And thanks to a friend of mine, Dragoon, I believe, we were discussing this earlier, and essentially I wanted to show you this, right? So if we go and Google how many copies did Tekken 8 sell, which is over 57 million copies, right? If we round it up, we can say 60 million copies, right? We're not gonna include anything of the sort when it comes to the editions of the games. We're gonna go base it off the standard edition, right? The standard edition of the game, which is like $70 plus tax, which is 74 something, which eventually, if we round that, is $75, right? $75. So if we take that, right, let's just keep that in mind, right? I'm gonna write this in a notepad. You won't see it, but I'll write it down. So it's $75 $75 for each game, right? We're using that as the original basis for the game. Then we're gonna look up how much went into making Tekken 8. It basically says the by Gaming Facts. It says Harada said it cost more than 50 million yen, right, which is U.S. money for $480,000, which is almost half a billion. I said billion, half a million, right? So we're gonna write that down. We're gonna round that to 500K, which is half a million. And I apologize if you can't see this. I wanted to see if I can actually, hold on, I can actually do that. So million copies. All right, so I can actually do this by going capture window. Should have done this earlier, but I guess I didn't, huh? Because I'm kind of dumb. Alright, so let's do this, and essentially make this big enough for you guys to see, right? Then we'll move that under overlay. Yeah, I should have been more prepared for this, but it's okay. We're doing this live, right? So we got 57 million copies, 75 per original basis. The original basis for the standard copy. 500 which is half a million, went into the game, into making Tekken 8, right? Let's see. I also want you guys to see this screen, so that's that. So if I were to use my calculator, right, which I will use right now. If I were to use my calculator, right? If I were to use my stinking calculator, I would put 57 million copies, right? I mean, I can round that to 60. Let's round that. No, let's keep it at 57, right? I know it's over, but let's just keep it at 57 for argument's sake. Times $75, right? Equals four. Hold on. I did it wrong. Give me a second. It's 57 million times 75 equals that. So if I add that, so it's basically 4 billion copies. I mean, 4 billion copies. $4 billion. And this is not including, again, the other editions of the game. This is just standard. So around 4 billion 200 something 275, but I'll round it out to 5 billion, right? $5 billion. It took them 500,000, right? Because we rounded to 480, which is $500,000 into Tekken 8. I don't know how that costs $500,000, but let's just get on with this, right? So that's $5 billion. And if I were to take, right, $5 billion, if I were to actually subtract the 500,000 with the $4 billion, that means that they essentially made 3,999,520,000. I'll read it again. $3,999,520,000. That's subtracting. Right, so if we put 500K, 5 billion, let me put it here, 5 billion dollars here, subtracted equals 3 billion. If we add 57 million copies times $75 each, right? That equals 5. That actually equals $4 billion and some change, right? We round it to 5 billion. Then we take what went into that and we subtract it, and we get 3,999,520,000. That's what they made. This is not discounting the fact that these people had to distribute to different places and etc. This also does not equate or add or factor in the other editions of the game. So it would be more than this. This is just something I'm doing for the sake of the argument, right? Almost, if I wanted to round this, it would be $4 billion. Still, right? It would still be $4 billion or so that they're making out of this game. So essentially, these people made $3 billion. You know, it took them $500,000 to make this game. They made $3 billion, and they're telling you They're telling you, they're making the fucking excuses that they're making, right, at Agreed, that you essentially should be spending $5 on a stage and plus more on skins, right? Plus more on skins. Skins that were already in Tekken 7, which is fucking crazy, by the way. Explain that one to me, please. I want to know how a company that put $500,000 into a game made $3 billion, even more than that, because we're not, again, counting the other editions of the game, and people bought the other editions of the game. So, plus DLCs and etc. These people made essentially $3 billion. And that's not including all these things. And these motherfuckers still want more money. And I'm not saying they can't make them more money, but it's crazy that they're making this much money out of a game they spent $500K, essentially $480 to be precise, $1,000, $480,000. And they're telling you that you had to spend $5 on the stage plus more on DLC skins that were already in Tekken 7 into Tekken 8. And somehow you're not supposed to bitch about and complain about their microtransaction methods and all this other horse shit that they're trying to pull on their fan bases, which is fucking crazy. That's all I wanted to point out, to be honest. It wasn't supposed to be this long of a video, but I wanted to show you where I was getting this number, and I wanted to show you what Google was telling me about this whole situation, which is fucking insane, by the way. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's because I think it was yesterday I was watching Fake talk about something similar about, you know, the microtransactions in this game. And I wanted to add more to that because look how crazy this is. Again, 57 million copies. This is global, by the way. Global sales. Global sales at $75. And there, in other places, it's more, actually. So I'm not even including that. I'm just including the US dollar reference, right? $75. That's $4 billion essentially. Profit. Just on that standard DLC. I mean, standard game. Right? Then 57 million copies. And you add that and you get the 4 billion, right? Then it took them 480K to make the game, but we rounded to, I'll point down to here, right? We rounded to this, 500, right? 4 billion, right? It was originally 4 billion. $4 billion, but we rounded to $5 billion. Now we're gonna subtract that we're gonna take that $5 billion and we're gonna subtract the 500K out of that. That's gonna be $3 billion. And you're still telling me that these motherfuckers want to go crazy with paying for stages and etc. and they've made more than you get what I mean? Like, I don't want I you know, it's a business, so of course they're gonna charge for things, but there's a right and wrong way to go about how you put transactions into your games. There's a greedy way. There's a good greedy way to do things, and there's a really bad greedy way to do it. Because, and by that is the best way I can explain it. But by that, I mean that essentially, like if I won a lot of money, right, I would like to make, like, let's say I was in charge of this game, right, and people wanted some old skins, people wanted sexy costumes. Okay, so if I want more money, I'm gonna make things that people want, like sexy female costumes for every girl. and stuff like that. More customization options, more this, more that. Some of that stuff will be free. Some of that stuff will be $5, $10, $15, depending. But to pretend like, you know, I should be charging, there's some things I shouldn't be charging for, like stages and stuff like that. It would have to depend as well. But the point here that I'm trying to make is that their microtransaction strategy is not good. It's really bad, actually. And, you know, unlike Mortal Kombat, I'm actually glad that people are actually saying something against this, because the Mortal Kombat community would tell you to suck at Boone's dick. Unfortunately, they wouldn't tell you to say something back and fight against this. And you guys are doing a good job on that when it comes to the Tekken community. And I appreciate you guys and respect it, because it's crazy. It is fucking crazy that they profited off this in the billions, by the way, and they still want to charge you for stages and shit that was already in the previous game, right? Let's not talk about how this game costed them $500,000 and this game is the easiest fucking Tekken game ever out of the whole entire series. And basically it lacked on content when it comes to customizations, options, and etc. And, you know, the outfits and whatnot, because you could do a whole lot more in Tekken 7 than you could in Tekken 8, to be honest, if I'm being real. And the costume variations were way fucking better. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. I try to put it down as best as I could. I wanted to bring a little bit of light into the Tekken community as well, because I'm not just the Mortal Kombat guy. I'm a all-around type of guy. So let me know what you think. Give me a like, give me a subscribe if you can. Give me a dislike. Tell me what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Join the Discord if you want to, you know, chat about this kind of stuff. And you know the rest. And let me ask that one question of the day. That one question we always must ask. What is that question, my dear viewers? Where are the white women at, right? Where are they? Where are the white women? Right? Where are the beautiful, dark-haired, pale-skinned white women at? Anyways, this has been your boy, InfiniteXSeeker, with another one. Until next time, later.